I'm not here to explain recovery. I'm not here to define it, teach it, simplify it, or make it sound manageable. I'm not here to tell you what worked for me so you can copy it. And I'm not here to turn my life into a lesson. I'm here to tell the truth about recovery, the kind that usually gets edited out. I'm a woman in recovery from drugs and alcohol, and I didn't get clean because I had some moment of clarity or spiritual awakening. I didn't get clean because I suddenly loved myself enough. I got clean because I was exhausted from surviving myself. Every day felt like a negotiation with my own mind. How much could I numb? How far could I push it? How long could I stay gone before I had to come back and face what I'd done or who I'd become? Eventually, the answer was clear. I couldn't keep doing it. Recovery didn't show up as hope for me. It showed up as necessity. I didn't walk in believing life would get better. I walked in because continuing the way I was living felt impossible. That part doesn't get shared very often. I don't believe addiction makes you weak. I believe it wears you down. It narrows your world until relief feels like oxygen. Until anything that promises quiet in your head or rest in your body feels urgent. Addiction isn't a moral failure. It's a response to pain that eventually stops working. And recovery isn't the opposite of that pain. It's walking straight into it without anesthesia. That's why I'm not here to explain recovery. Because explanations tend to clean things up. They turned lived experience into steps, timelines, and success stories. They make it sound linear, predictable, contained. Recovery isn't any of those things. It's slow. It's repetitive. It's full of days where nothing feels fixed, but you stay anyway. Recovery didn't fix me. It didn't erase my past. It didn't make me calm, grateful, or easy to be around overnight. It didn't turn me into someone who wakes up every day feeling healed. What it did was expose me. It stripped away the ways I used to escape myself and left me face to face with what was actually there. Anger, grief, fear, boredom, shame. And at first, that felt unbearable. But over time, not quickly, not cleanly, something shifted. I didn't feel better all at once. I felt more capable of sitting with discomfort instead of running, capable of pausing instead of reacting, capable of staying present in my own life, even when it felt unfamiliar or uncomfortable. Recovery didn't remove the pain. It gave me the capacity to live with it without destroying myself. I don't tell redemption stories here. I don't tell the kind where everything falls into place and the person emerges shiny and fixed and permanently grateful. I tell staying stories, the kind where you're still angry, still grieving, still learning how to live in your own body without needing to disappear. Stories where healing happens anyway, not because everything gets better, but because you kept choosing honesty over escape. This channel exists because a lot of people think if recovery doesn't feel inspiring, they're doing it wrong. They think if they're sober and still uncomfortable, they've failed. If they're clean and still struggling, something must be broken in them. That's not true. Struggle isn't proof recovery isn't working. Often it's proof you've stopped running. I didn't lose the darkness when I got sober. I kept it. Because pretending it never existed almost killed me. What changed wasn't the presence of darkness. It was my relationship to it. I stopped letting it decide everything. I stopped needing to erase it in order to keep going. And slowly, unevenly, real change started to take root. Recovery gave me back parts of myself I thought were gone forever. Clarity, steadiness, self-respect, the ability to stay present in my own life instead of constantly looking for a way out. Not all the time, not perfectly, but enough to matter. This channel is for people who want more than survival, for people who are sober and it's ugly, for people who are trying and slipping, for people who are still breathing and don't fully know why, but something in them is willing to stay. You don't have to be inspiring here. You don't have to be healed. You don't have to know where this is going. You just have to be honest. I'm not here to explain recovery. I'm here to tell the truth about what it actually feels like and to let that truth make room for something better. Not overnight, not perfectly, but genuinely. Truth brings light.